Good evening, friends. Wish you all a happy International Yoga Day. Country celebrated today. Professor Brahmsingh Horticulture Foundation, BSHF, a not-for-profit organization, and myself welcome you all to the talk number double two of the series named as 4H Urban Horticulture for Health and Happiness. BSHF is thankful to Bear Seminis to sponsor this webinar series. I am happy to welcome in absentia Dr. Preetam Kalia, ICR Rafi Ahmed Kidwai Awardee, former Head Division of Vegetable Science and Coordinator, School of Horticulture Sciences, ICR IRI, New Delhi, and Dr. Shailendra Rajan, former Director, ICR, Central Institute of Subtropical Horticulture, Lucknow. They are likely to join later. Uh, the webinar today, as you all know, is on retractable, retractable greenhouse for Indian urban horticulture by Sri Rajendra Kumar Thakur, South and East Asia Business Development Manager, Travo Equipment Limited. He is based at Chandigarh, and BSHF is thankful to Rajendra Kumar Thakur for honoring its request to speak on retractable roof greenhouse, not only the roof but the retractable greenhouse, its prospects, practices, and potential, particularly in India, though his sphere of working is very wide. To the best of my knowledge, the first retractable roof greenhouse was invented 40 years ago by Cravo only. And since then, there is continuous improvement and different models for different conditions, leading to over 75 different retractable solutions have been developed. Some of them he will be talking about. And the some of them which are relevant to Indian conditions. And Rajendra ji is going to talk mm, a bit about these for an hour-long talk. His talk is in relation to introduction of this subject. Subject is retractable greenhouse. He is going to highlight the necessity, suitability, affordability, profitability, and present scenario of retractable greenhouses for production of horticultural crops in India and abroad. Needless to emphasize that progressive climate change and many other factors take us to the controlled environment food production. Obviously, this takes us away the food production not under natural environmental conditions. So Cravo have carved and demonstrated how can we take advantage of natural conditions under climate controlled greenhouses environment for food production, particularly the horticultural crops. Rajendra Kumar Thakur would enrich our knowledge on retractable greenhouses with Cravo experience, I think, till date. Uh, the background of today's speaker, Sri Rajendra Kumar Thakur ji, he belongs to Himachal Pradesh and is living in Chandigarh at present. He uh, studied at Dr. Y.S. Parmar University of horticulture and forestry with specialization in forestry, that BSc or whatever the degree is, and masters in agriculture economics from another important university, GB Pant University of Agriculture and Technology. And here is the similarity between to me and him. I'm also a product of Pantnagar University. Then he worked in seed companies, government departments, NGOs, and in 2007 he set up his own company in greenhouse known as Green Tech in Himachal Pradesh. And in 2014 he joined Crevo as representative for India. In 2017 he was promoted to look after South and East Asian market, which he is doing now. And he has traveled obviously many countries around the world and did project besides India, Thailand, Indonesia, and Philippines. And he has been awarded recently in 2021 and in 2022 also, for which we congratulate him for the best technology implementation in India. So with these words, I welcome again Rajendra Kumar Thakur ji and request him to present the talk on retractable greenhouse in context mainly with India. Rajendra
Thank you,
Kumar
Gurudev.
Thakur ji.
Thank you, Gurudev, for such a elaborative introduction. Uh, I am nothing in front of you because you are the pioneer in this protected cultivation in India, and I call you as a father of greenhouse industry in this country. So uh, we are follower of you. We always follow you, and we always keep on following you as per your direction. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak on this topic that company that I represent, how this product is applicable in different climatic zone of this country. Thanks again, sir. So, so as the topic is the retractable greenhouse for Indian urban horticulture. So, Dr. Brahma Singh has already given my detailed introduction, so I will skip here. So, I will go with the brief introduction of Indian statistics that all of us know that it is the largest,
But the thing is
second
there,
largest.
the thing is there on the screen. Kindly share the screen if you are using PPT.
Okay, so screen is not available. Okay,
No, no, no. Do the same
okay.
thing as we did earlier. Na? Come out
Oh,
and then
yeah,
come in.
yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Sure.
Shivangi, please help.
Yeah, I am doing it with them.
Ah, good, good, good. It's coming.
Yes. So now visual, sir.
Ah, yes. Down below also you can hide this.
Yeah,
Down
yeah,
below
I will do that.
this one. Ah, good. It's there. You
Sorry
can
for,
start from the beginning itself. Okay,
yes, yes.
good.
Sorry, it's a
No,
technical
no, it's
glitch.
okay. It's okay.
So
It, it,
my topic that given to me, Dr. Brahma Singh ji, retractable greenhouse for Indian urban horticulture. So I will give us the brief introduction about the status of Indian horticulture. So India is the second largest populous country with 1.36 million people. All of us know. So we are the fastest growing economy with the rising per capita income. You can see here in US dollar, it is 2,318 US dollar, and a rapid urbanization. So you can see here that by 2050, the urban population will cross the rural population. So we are growing at a faster rate, both in terms of population and income. So future of high-tech horticulture that we have recently experiencing technological revolution in the country. So a lot of startups they are coming up, and because F&, demand, fresh fruit and vegetable demand rising due to increase in income and health consciousness, and thanks to agriculture startups. So there is a huge number of startups, almost 800 startups till now, likely to be crossed by 1,000 by the end of this year. The startups, they are young people, tech savvy. They want to bring the cutting edge technology to the country. And also there are corporate like DS Group, like Dower, Reliance. They are also entering into the large scale farming. And you can see the long list of the startup in every state, in every major city. So they are working into this horticulture sector. So I will give the brief about what is the urban and peri-urban farming. It is a practice of cultivating, processing, and marketing food and food products in and around urban localities. So there are multiple crops like flower, vegetables, herbs, mushroom, berries, fish, milk, etc. So list is long actually. So urban farming has different types like kitchen gardening, most of us do, and rooftop gardening if you have a space on the roof. Vertical farming, like you can see the picture on the left hand side, you can do the multi-layer farming. Indoor farming, uh, to create a congenial environment inside a room. So you can grow mushrooms, leafy herbs. Container farming is also similar. Aquaculture is growing of leafy with the fish. Animal husbandry, all of us know that we have a small dairy in and around our cities. Mushroom cultivation, it is now for the last 3 decades become very popular everywhere in this country. And of course, ornamental nursery, because all of us need a flower, plants, ornaments. So every small town or big city, you will find a lot of these nurseries. So there are many advantages of urban farming that we get a nutritional and quality fresh food, whether it's fruits or vegetable. So there are a lot of health benefits, uh, and there are environmental benefits also that, and it also uh, have a efficient utilization of time, land, and resources, and social and emotional well-being also attached with the horticulture. And there are economic benefits also, because if you have anything surplus, you can sell to your neighborhood. So education benefit to the younger generation, especially people living in the city, because they do not know how to do the farming. So at least they have a first-hand information in this field. So there are many crops that can be grown in urban areas. These are the horticulture crops like vegetable like leafy and herbs. So lettuce, spinach, coriander, basil, parsley, they are becoming popular. And veggies like tomato, capsicum, brinjal, all kind of cooker bits like karela, khira, yeah, and fruits like berries, papaya, melon. They are also now being grown as a high value crops in this country. Medicinal plants like ashwagandha, bekopa, jasmine. It's a flower basically, but it's an aromatic plant. So after the COVID, actually, these plants become very, very popular, and all of us are using in one way or other way. Flowers and ornamental like roses, gervera, carnation, orchids, whether it's a family function, marriage, or gift to your loved ones. So you require a flower, and also decorating your house and temples or any events that. So, a lot of spices that we eat every day, like turmeric, ginger, coriander, paprika, saffron, vanilla, they are also can be grown in the urban setting. Nursery, so all type of plants, whether it's a flower or it's a ornamental or it's a tree nursery, so you can grow in a urban or peri-urban area. Animal shelters like dairy farm, like zoos, and the recreational area you can create in the urban area. So mushroom I already talked about. So protected cultivation, because all of us know that it is a process of growing the crops in a controlled environment. So it has a low to high level of capital investment depending upon what capacity you have, what you want to grow. And at least in the protected cultivation, you have a assured yield and quality. And of course, you can grow year round with the high-tech type of greenhouse structure. So I will briefly let you know about different type of structures. Net house is the one of the lowest structure, which is you can install very easily to cover the large area. Mostly you might have seen the nursery growing area in your city or town. Um, but these nut house with the insect net, they are used for growing vegetables like capsicum, cucumber, tomato. So because of insect net, there is a lower insect pressure than the open field. So this way you can actually extend your growing and harvest season. But there are issue with these net houses during rainy season. Disease pressure become high because it can't protect against the rain. So rainwater enters inside the house. So humidity go high, and temperature and humidity basically it causes the disease. So, so it is also difficult to grow organically, and the structure mostly they are temporary type structure, either made of bamboo or steel or maybe galvanized pipe also. So depending upon the type of material you are using, but they are susceptible to the wind damage basically. So most of these net houses they are suitable for summer production in most of our tropical area, except in the Himalaya. Uh, so next structure is the plastic tunnels. They are also very low cost structure, best for growing in winter or at a higher elevation. So you can cover a large area. You can also advance your winter growing season and also the harvest season. But in this structure also the disease pressure becomes high during high humidity conditions, maybe in summer or rainy season. Uh, it's difficult to optimize the climate, or it's not possible to do the automation if you are growing in a larger area. So difficult to manage because if you are growing a crop in larger area, you have a multiple tunnels, so sometimes it becomes very difficult to manage. Uh, so because from the ends of this tunnel, so they are open, so there is a chances of insect entry, so they may damage your crops. And also these openings, they may cause damage due to wind to the structure and crops. So next best medium cost technology is polyhouse. uh, Government is providing lot of subsidy, and in fact for the last 3 decades lot of polyhouses has been created by the government through National Horticulture Board or state horticulture departments. So these they works very well during extended winter season. Most of polyhouses you might have find in a mild locations like Pune, like Bangalore, Himachal, where you know that extreme conditions are not there. So mild condition means that temperature neither very hot or neither very cold. So polyhouse is the best suitable technology for that location. So you can protect your crops against rain, hail, and cold, and extend your growing season as compared to the field grown. So, but during summer rainy season, insect or disease pressure is high because these are the closed structures. So, high temperature, high humidity causes the increase in the insect disease pressure. And there is also risk of losing plastic during high wind period, uh, because if structure is not properly designed, or layout is not as per the norms. So these structure are not very good for the hot climate, but good for the mild locations. So if you are looking for a hot climate, year-round production, then fan-fed greenhouse is the best choice. So it works very well throughout year except the rainy season, because during rainy season the outside humidity is also high, so it's difficult to get rid of inside humidity through exhaust fan, as you can see in the picture. So you can protect your crops from the extreme conditions. So you can extend your growing harvest season, but these fan-fed structure, due to this evaporative type of cooling system, it required a lot of power, and you have to operate almost 8-9 hours a day for 8-9 months. So there is a huge consumption of power and electricity. If the electricity is costly, so kindly avoid this type of structure. So other limitation is that you can't build longer than 50 meter, because distance between the fan and pad should not be more than 50 meter. Otherwise, there will be unequal environmental condition inside the structure, so that may cause unequal crop growth. So, but still, it's good for growing soilless leafy and herbs in urban areas. So, the next best technology that I will be speaking today about a retractable roof, greenhouse, or cooling house technology. So, before going for the details, I wanted to uh, uh, show you one video so that it will give you the clarity that how this technology work, and what are its different applications. So kindly watch this video.
Today, more people around the world than ever before are integrating fruits and vegetables into their diets. And as a result, retailers want to have stock available all year round. But there are several big challenges that growers like you are facing to meet this increasing demand. Extreme and inconsistent weather patterns result in inconsistent supply. Input costs are frequently rising faster than selling prices. And insects cause massive damage to crops at the same time as consumers demand that their food is produced with minimal chemicals. So for you, the challenge is how to have predictable and consistent supply when the weather is inconsistent. For over 35 years, we've been working on the solution. Introducing the retractable roof production system, which creates a more consistent growing environment for farmers in warm and hot climates. When the weather is ideal, the roof will automatically retract, allowing the natural outdoors to come inside. When cold, rain, or hail comes, the roof will automatically close to protect the plants. And when there is high summer heat, the roof closes 80% to protect the plants from direct sun, while also allowing for ventilation and cooling. The system is very efficient, as it requires only 1 to 2 kilowatt hours of electricity per day, per hectare, and requires minimal water for cooling when temperatures exceed 35 degrees Celsius. Cravo houses have proven to resist damage from hail and major storms, such as hurricanes and cyclones. By working with Cravo, you can create optimum growing conditions year-round to produce crops with larger size, with higher yields, longer shelf life. Extend your harvest season or target a completely different harvest season. Together as partners, we will create an innovative production system to meet your market opportunities and climate challenges, while targeting a 3 to 5 year return on investment. Join us as we continue to build production systems of the future that combine nature and protection to create superior growing environments.
So, nature plus protection mean that when you have a ideal growing condition outside, given by the nature, so open your roof. Close it only when you have a adverse weather condition like summer temperature 35 plus during daytime, or winter temperature less than 15 during winter time or night time, you can say, or you have a rain or you have a wind or any condition that is unfavorable for the plant production, crop production. So basically, this technology is made for the tropical climate. Just like that, if you go, you definition of greenhouse, it means to heat up the environment. Basically, greenhouse means technology is applied in the cold climate. But retractable roof is the only technology available in the world which we called retractable roof cooling house, not greenhouse, because we need to cool down our daytime temperature or summer temperature. So uh, there are four different models. But before that, let me tell you, there are 75 different solutions that we can provide to you as per your climate or your crop with the four house models, 11 different type of covering, roof covering or wall covering, or even the inside screens. We can have a 1, 2, 3 different layers of the roof and screen in the same house. And there are four basic models that we have developed till now. So flat roof model, it's basically for uh, mm, where there is a very less rainfall, just like Rajasthan, Kutch area, Aurangabad area. You mean that if you have a less than 500 of rainfall per annum, then flat roof could be the best choice for that area. X-frame is a model which protect against all weather conditions. So you can put up this structure in a humid climate. Rafter house and A-frame, they are made for extreme climatic conditions. So price of this structure may vary from 5,000 to 15,000 rupee per square meter, depending upon how much big you want to big and build, and what specification you want to choose. So let me talk first of all about a retractable roof cooling house. As you can see in the picture, we have a white cooling roof here. So it is giving shade. So means that when you need photosynthesis, so when this roof will be retracted during morning hours or evening hours when you have a temperature less than 35. It will when temperature cross 35 during daytime in summer, then it will give a shade, and it will reduce your leaf temperature by 15 to uh, up to 25 degrees centigrade. And air temperature will definitely will be lower than the outside. Suppose if it is 40-degree outside, then inside will be definitely less than 40. It may be 35, 36, depending upon the condition of the day, and also because you are using different screens and this misting or fogging, so that also help in reducing the air temperature. So this cooling roof, this white plastic we use in hot climate. Uh, when roof is closed, it become a shade house. So normally it is recommended between 0 to 30-degree north-south latitude. So if you are in Jaipur, it is 24 latitude. So you can imagine. So you can check that. So next one is a retractable roof greenhouse. So here, if you see, we use the instead of white, we have a clear plastic. Means there is a more light penetration in the structure when this roof is closed. So normally that all our roof plastic, it has a long life between 8 to 12 years. Sometime it may last up to 15 years also. So as I told you, when that roof is closed, it become a greenhouse while allowing the light to penetrate through the clear roof. So normally during winter or in cold locations, so we close the roof uh, so that you can trap the heat inside. Also during winter time, before the sunset, we close this roof so that whatever the heat is available in the surface inside, so that could be trapped and used as a to maintain the temperature during night. So these type of structure, they are installed between 30 to 50 north south latitude or at higher elevation like Simla, Srinagar, where above 1500 meter, where you have a cold winter or cold nights. So many crops are grown. If you are looking to grow these leafy herbs in your urban area, so you have a very fast growing, crunchy, flavorful, bright colored, with minimum or no chemicals. Most of our projects that we have, so they are not using chemicals for growing these leafy and herbs. So you can get the same quality almost throughout year. There may be issue during rainy season because of high temperature and humidity, but otherwise throughout year it's very good. So self life is better than any other greenhouse structure, because in a controlled or closed roof structure like greenhouse or polyhouse, when you harvest your crop and take out in a outside environment, and then your leaf it loses turbidity, its shape. So but this problem doesn't occur in case of retractable roof, because you are hardening every day your plants from seedling stage to the harvesting stage. So you have a crunchy leaf, thicker leaf, so that problem doesn't come to us. And water and power consumption is 10 to 20 times less than fan pad structure. So it's a very big issue for most of people who are growing inside fan pad structure. They have a very high electricity bill, and also in some area where water is availability is very less, so that we have to think about for this fan pad structure. So you have a choice to go with the retractable roof. So head weight is very good. You can follow the organic protocols. There is a slow growth during winter time that we have observed here in Delhi. So we have two leafy projects here in India. One in Delhi, in Kapaseda. It is 1,000 square meter structure, A-frame, and other that in Hyderabad we have a 2 hectare house, A-frame. So they are growing leafy. So you can watch here the quality of leaf inside retractable roof. It's not only leaf but also many herbs also, like basil. So almost throughout year you can get the same quality. So next crop is tomato. Because when we design retractable roof for tomato production, so we must consider the location of the project area. It should be near to the market, so as to avoid your transportation cost should be minimum. And you should also look into the demand and supply gap, especially during rainy season, this period, because of various disruptions. So prices are very high, demand is high, but the supply is blocked, either due to the less production or sometime due to flooding in different areas. So that's why that price of tomato increased drastically during the rainy season. So this period from mid-June to October, November, up to December, price of tomato is always high. So market is also now looking for a very good quality tomato. So if you see the yield inside the retractable roof is between 30 to 45 kg per square meter, and the shelf life is 10 to 15 days more than any greenhouse grown crop. So you can imagine there is because another issue that there is a no pollination issue, flower and fruit drop problem inside the retractable, because roof remain retracted when temperature is below 35. It will close, then it will become a shade house, you know. So cucumber is the next crop grown in Cravo, although it's grown very well in net houses also. So net house for summer production, and poly house for the winter extended production, and retractable you can say that for year-round production. You can take a 3 or 4 cycle of cucumber inside the Cravo. So yield is 40 to 50 kg. So already we have a this triangle farm in Telangana for 15 acre. So 5 acre they are growing only the cucumber, different type of cucumber. Sweet pepper is a well-known crop for the polyhouse grower in India. So it is also grown in net houses, but yield is something like 8 to 10 kg per square meter. Polyhouse slightly better. You have 10 to 12 kg, and in retractable, you can get the more than 15 kg per square meter. So the good advantage of retractable that your wall thickness is 13 to 21% higher than the this polyhouse grown capsicum. So you have a 40% increase in the firmness of the fruit. So it means it will have a longer life. So even after 15 days of your harvest, so you will find still a fresh fruit. So next high value crop, the berries, they are becoming popular in this country also. Uh, Berries like strawberry, blueberry, raspberry, blackberry. So there are many berries also. You can grow them in tunnels in the hills or in poly houses and net houses in the plain during winter season. Also grown in the fan pad and retractable roof for extended or longer duration. So, most of strawberry actually it require a less than 20 degrees centigrade temperature for flower and fruit setting. So you can see these different berries. They are grown inside the retractable roof. You can shift or extend your harvesting season. Uh, you can increase your planting density inside because you have a one structure. It may be a 1 hectare or 10 hectare. It's not like a tunnel. Tunnel has a limitation of the size. Similar, the poly house has a limitation of size. But a retractable roof doesn't have any such limitation. You can build any area, any shape, size. So uh, in this way, that you can reduce the cost of inputs also. So let's talk about strawberry. Strawberry already grown in India, in Mahabaleshwar, in Uti, Haryana, Punjab, Himachal. So many new areas they are coming up, and people are also trying in urban areas. Uh, so in a conventional structure, uh, but if you want to grow for a extended season, then I think you can adopt a retractable roof structure. You can get a yield of 1 to 1.5, and some of our clients they are taking 2 kg per plant yield. So price is very good during off season, especially between September to December, because after December the open field the strawberry is harvested, so price come down to something like 100 rupee per kg. Blueberry is a very important crop that is coming up. Although you can grow in tunnels at the higher elevation, people are trying different methods. They are also growing in shade house or in poly houses also. But from quality and yield wise, retractable roof is the best option to get a good quality and also the yield. Already we have two big projects here in North India, so I will explain later. So next crop is flowers and nursery, because you might have seen that most of our nurseries either in the shade net houses. So there are many issues in these shade net houses. Uh, So you can see that we can prevent the problem of overstretching, some foliar disease like botrytis, or even we can reduce the insect pressure with the retractable type of structure. You can see that quality of flowers or plants is very, very good. So nutraceutical has got importance after this COVID. So crops like turmeric, ginger, they need a lot of sunlight, aeration, and good drainage system to develop a good rhizome inside. So yield inside the under the retractable is 3 to 5 times higher than the open field. You can see this picture. So also the content that curcumin, that is the alkaloid present inside the turmeric, is 7% or more than 7% that is found. And similarly, the gingerol, that is alkaloid present in ginger. So experiments are going on, and we are also doing commercial production at one of our Simply Fresh farm in Hyderabad. So we can follow the organic protocols. So this is a very unique that you might have seen the dairy farm in and around your cities. They are very traditional, but if you want to build up very high tech dairy farm, so you need to provide them a congenial environment, aeration, and uh, hygienic conditions, so that you can have a good quality milk and meat. So retractable roof, they are now many dairy farms in Australia, New Zealand, USA. They are adopting this technology for these wild animals. Oh, sorry, these domestic animals. Also for wild animals, I will show you later on. So this is a comparison between fan pad greenhouse and Cravo retractable roof. You can see that if this comparison actually we have taken from our farm in Kapaseda in Delhi, because at this facility we have a 1,000 square meter Cravo structure, 1,000 square meter fan pad structure. So you can see the cost of structure uh, uh, is 3,000 rupees per square meter. This is for the fan fed structure. And if you see the cost of retractable roof structure is 13,000. So it is 4 times higher. But if you see here the water consumption per liter, you see uh, this is the figure in 1,000 square meter. Similarly, almost double in 2,000. And if you compare this with the water consumption in this retractable roof, it is almost 10 times less than the fan fed. So uh, if anybody wanted to understand more, so he can contact me personally. I can explain that how much reduction in the water and power consumption we can do inside the retractable roof. Of course, the capital cost is still higher, but for a long-term investment, uh, your recurring costs are very less. So first project we did in 2015 for Namdhari in Bangalore. So they wanted to build up the R&D facility for maintaining the germplasm of different vegetables. So it's a 1 hectare structure at a place ideally in Karnataka, with the 3 growing zones for growing different type of crops or in different cycle. We have tried tomato, bell pepper, brinjal, chilies, marigold, and bitter gourd, and they have opened up a scope for a high quality seed production in India. Next, that project we did in 2017 in Kapaseda in Delhi for leafy and herbs. You can see all these pictures. Lot of training. They come there for first time training in the uh, growing and climate management. So you all know that Delhi climate is very unique. Summer too hot and winter too cold. So this A-frame structure, we have a two growing zone. One zone we are growing only leafy, as you can see here, and other zone, if you see on the other side, this is for the vine crops or any other crops. So for the last 4 or 5 years, we are our client is growing all these crops almost throughout year, almost throughout year. So this the project, the Simply Fresh, that we complete in 2019. It's actually 10 hectare. Sorry, it is 9, but it's a 10 for growing leafy, vine, nutraceutical, and berries. So multiple crops they are growing, as you can see in the picture. So it is the most advanced state-of-art project in this part of continent. So you will find such structure either in Europe or in USA, but here this is the only one. So they are, as I told you, growing many crops. 0.6 hectare for nursery, 0.8 for R&D to trial different crops, 2.1 for growing leafy, 2.1 for wine and turmeric. So you kindly see this video.
In the vicinity of Hyderabad, Telangana, a 140-acre precision farm has challenged the norms of native farming. Simply Fresh, started with a vision for a healthy lifestyle, has been a pioneer in precision farming in India. It has set up Southeast Asia's largest plant factory. Producing fresh medicinal and aromatic plants for nutraceutical extraction with high percentage of alkaloids and flavorful crops for home consumption throughout the year. Aided by cutting-edge global technologies and driven by AI-based platform, Simply Fresh ensures a pesticide-free natural produce which produces 15 to 20 times higher yield compared to conventional farming. Where Simply Fresh is committed to food safety, hygiene, traceability of all produce. These plants are grown using precision farming techniques, soil-less cultivation right from seeding to harvest. An ambient environment in the germination chamber is created by controlling the light, humidity and temperature for better germination of seeds. At the early stage of plant growth, a conveyor system transfers germinated seeds to the nursery. A fully automated greenhouse shelters the different varieties of plants in an ideal ecosystem. AI-assisted multi-layered retractable roofs, climate sensors and fogging system help in filtering ultraviolet rays and maintain temperature and humidity in the greenhouse, maintaining a suitable environment for the crops all round the year. The farm management team uses different farming techniques based on plant profile. A man-made rainwater harvesting body spread across 6 acres with 100 million liters of storage capacity ensures sustainability of natural resources. Through its proprietary software Farm in a Box that integrates artificial intelligence, assisted technology and analytics, Simply Fresh monitors plants at every stage of its life cycle, called plant profiling, where it harvests each crop at the right time and produces a product that is perfect for the next stage. Nutrient dosing technique is used to feed the plants. The nutrients are mixed with reverse osmosis and ultraviolet rays treated water to ensure optimum plant health and higher yields at the time of harvest. Moreover, the water the plants receive is just the amount required, which is 1/10 of the water used in traditional farming methods. The post-harvest management team ensures that all the plants are treated as per customer specifications. The packhouse team ensures that the fresh produce is washed and then dried using a centrifugal drying machine. The produce is then cut, processed and packed using state-of-the-art equipment. These products are dispatched to various clients: nutraceutical companies, retail outlets, corporates, hotels, and it is also exported to various countries. With a worldwide network of offices in Singapore, New York, London, and Hyderabad. Through an assigned QR code on the pack, you can witness a timeline of its journey and how it's nurtured throughout its growth cycle. So you know exactly what you eat. Ensuring sustainable practices, food safety, consistent quality assurance with no use of pesticides. With a bit of love and care for healthily feeding the world. From farm to fork, we ensure what you consume is simply fresh.
So that is it is the most advanced state-of-art project that we have done in Hyderabad. It took us almost 3 years to plan and execute and commission this project. So now that because we our pupil, our scientist, people, they used to go to Holland or Israel to see the best available technologies. I think now time has come that we can show you the best available protected cultivation technology in this country. So the next the project that BD completed in 2020 during the COVID time is a single 6 hectare structure for growing capsicum, cucumber, and melons. So it's a triangle farm, original name, but now they have changed its name to the lemon chili farm. So as I told you, it's a 6 hectare structure in Jahirabad. So they have a three growing zone to grow the three different crops or three different cycles. So they are also exporting their color capsicum and other crops to the Middle East and other countries. So this is the this a brief video about the lemon chili farm. So this lemon chili farm, they are supplying these colored capsicum, cucumber to Delhi market also from Jahirabad, and most of our clients say that the quality and shelf life is very good. Even it took 2 or 3 days to reach here after the harvesting. Thereafter 1 week, still it looks very fresh. So the one of the largest project that we are doing in Cravo, it is also in India at Muzaffarnagar district in western UP. So you can see this picture here. This project is still we are installing for the last 1.5 year. Probably this by the end of this year we may complete it. 115 acre is not a small area; it's a very big. It's a single 115 acre for growing the blueberry crop. So the first pilot facility we actually set up in Brindavan for 5 acre and did a trial for 1 year, 2 years. Still, they were doing trial. Then after getting results, then the first phase of this 115 acre set up at Purkhaji in Muzaffarnagar district. So this is all soilless. So now planning for different crops. So we can also provide all weather structure for different recreational activities like you can see the swimming pool or this is a cricket practice house. You can see the Disneyland, swimming, so many things actually. Even the shopping area or recreational area or even the conservation area like a zoo or uh, so now there are we are trying to bring actually small farmers also to who can adopt this type of technology. So we are also training some people. We are also helping them to get their project reports and also linking them to the market. So still, what we have struggling because there is a huge import duty on these imported structure, almost 30%. So we are trying to do the make in India if volume is sufficient. So thank you very much for listening patiently. This thanks very much, Dr. Brahma Singh ji.
As to the different world where what the people want produce in nature, and you have brought the nature in control environment by simple technology of retractability governed by the artificial intelligence and other sensors. I think that is the latest, as far as I know, in greenhouse technology on that. Uh, it's good that India also has got projects at different places, and Rajendra ji, you have seen, is working hard to demonstrate it. Oh my good God, to the extent of 115
Ye
hectares.
kar, yes,
They
sir.
they are planning, and that too in my district. I come from Muzaffarnagar. I'm happy that they have chosen Muzaffarnagar, but they can feed half of the uh, population of Muzaffarnagar district with 115 uh, acre or hectare. If it is
Acre,
hectare,
sir.
then
Acre, acre.
acre, okay,
Yeah, yeah,
then it's okay. Anyway, it can become hectare also later on.
yeah.
We can graduate to that. Good. So, friends, we had a fantastic lecture, but that fantastic has attracted lot many questions, Rajendra ji.
Sure,
Before
sir.
I request
Sure,
my
sure.
colleagues to just uh, comment on your presentation or highlight the points of your presentation, I would prefer to have few lectures with your permission. Uh, Ram Avad Ram, cost benefit ratio. Uh, Kindly throw some light. Give us that
Yes.
Ramavad Ram question first.
Okay.
Cost benefit ratio. Ramavad Ram question kindly put.
Should I answer, sir?
Just a minute. It has come. Cost benefit ratio may be presented compared to the conventional system. Answer it. A
Okay.
brief.
Thank
Kindly
you
be
very
brief.
much, sir. Yeah, yeah.
Kindly.
So you can just imagine that because we put up this Simply Fresh project in 2019, but during COVID, there is a challenge in selling the produce. But since last year, they are into production now. So demand is such a huge. They are not able to meet their production with the demand. So and price they are getting very good because of quality and shelf life, and also is because it is a chemical free produce. So now they are going for the expansion. So we have to calculate the ROI still, because still we have a we complete one cycle for the different crops. So probably by the end of this year, I am able to give some more uh, thoughts on that. But client is happy because he looking for expansion. So you can imagine with that.
Anyway, Ram Saab, you have to wait a little
Yeah,
because the technology they are perfecting,
yeah,
and he has
yeah.
already told you the gestation period. Till such time, the cost seems to be very exorbitant, not very costly but exorbitant. Till that you have to see. Now the eminent vegetable scientist Sudhakar Pandey. What about the past scenario in retractable polyhouse or greenhouse, as it is very serious in normal polyhouse?
I agree, sir.
Past,
So, yeah,
past.
I agree because people, all of us think that when we open the roof or wall, then we will invite insect to attack on our crops. But if you see that we have a insect net also below the roof, it may be stationary or it may be retractable. But we have a below the roof we can put up a insect net. Other thing
Insect
that
proof, insect
yeah,
proof net can solve the problem to certain extent.
yes, but other thing that because we are growing these plants in nature since beginning, it's not a completely closed environment in like in a polyhouse or in greenhouse. So our plants they are hardened, they have a thicker leaf, they have a shorter internode, and one of my actually a grower in Mexico, I asked him that I'm seeing some fruit flies, some aphid inside the house. What spray you are doing? So he said that I'm not worried about that. I
Oh,
said that why? Because my plant is healthy, thicker leaf, and female insect they always lay eggs on the lower side of leaf on a softer leaf actually, so that whenever the young babies they come out they need a leaf to eat. So that's the reason that normally that because we have a strong plants, so insect pressure or disease pressure is very less.
anyway, insect problem will be there as a common sense.
I
Let
agree,
us
but
say,
if you compare with the conventional polyhouse or greenhouse, because in the closed environment you have a very high temperature, humidity inside the polyhouse. So then, in the especially during the rainy season, that
that's
it's
right.
very difficult to manage.
You create
Yeah.
good climate for the insect
Yes.
infestation there.
Yes. Yes. I
Uh,
agree. Absolutely, sir.
then what type of startups are more using these technologies?
Actually, we have a two type of startup. One that young entrepreneur, like in Simplifresh, we have Sachin. Then in Triangle Farm, we had a Sri Hari. They are basically IT professionals, and they were working outside the country. So they attracted investment from i- the big companies, big investors. So they have put up this structure. And other type of investors are companies like Dabur, like DS, like Reliance, because they have sufficient land, capital, and manpower. So these are. But our target is actually to make this technology available to the young grower, or you can say people who are already into the growing area. So we are trying to do that.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Next question. Next question. Any fruit crop? He mentioned strawberry. Can be
Yeah.
grown other than okay. Why you are
Other
changing
than
so fast?
strawberry. Other than strawberry.
Other than strawberry,
Yeah, yeah.
I think I think I can also answer this question. He said the other berries also, and since he is having the huge this year retractable greenhouses, so many acre and hectares, you can have the dwarf, or you can have the fruits by managing the canopy. These
Yeah,
big
yeah.
canopy
We are
management is there,
we
so
are
you can
adding
have.
more. We are adding more crops, sir.
That's right.
Uh, Crops like apple, or sweet cherry, or papaya, avocado, or even fig. So any crop
Yes,
which has a value, so we can
yes,
grow
yes.
inside these retractable
Uh,
structure.
Dr. Raman Rao is asking about the shelf life of leafy vegetables. I think you told it, but again repeat it.
Yeah, yeah. Normally, that in Kapas Seda project, that once it is harvested from the house, then it may last up to 5 days, 6 days, or maybe 1 week without any cooling. Actually, I'm telling.
Uh,
Yeah.
Now, Rajendra ji, the question of my liking.
Okay, sir.
Can you name the bitter gourd variety that is tried in retractable structure?
I do not know the variety, but Namdhari, they tried some of their hybrids because they do the trial. They do not disclose to the people that which trial they are doing.
No,
So,
let me comment here because
yeah,
the variety is suitable for such structures. I think somebody has to breed it, and that won't be same for all the locations. It has to
yeah.
be different at different places. So this is a very important and valid point. I think they will take care of this one.
Yes, sir,
Next,
because there is a no pollination issue in the retractable. So,
uh,
you can grow these cooker bits or this type
that's
of
right.
crops.
Cucurbits can
Yeah,
easily be grown while in
yeah, yeah, yeah.
polyhouses, etc. It become a problem. Next
Yes, sir.
question, if any. Hello, uh, Pandeji. Pandeji, very big projects are going on this technology. Thanks for exposure to this area. Oh, it's a
Thanks,
appreciation
Pandeji.
to you.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks,
It's a
Pandeji.
appreciation to you. Good one. Any other thing, madam? Any other comment or question?
Doctor,
Oh,
can I add something?
okay. We
Yeah, yeah,
can
please,
talk
sir.
later.
Uh,
So I request Dr. Rajan,
hmm.
Okay, okay.
though he joined late, but just moderate the talk, please. Uh,
So thank you, sir.
in brief, in brief.
Yeah, definitely. We had a very, very interesting talk. But the most important thing which I could gather from it, the starting of the blueberry and raspberry cultivation in India in this controlled environment, because it is not common, and most of the time the low pH soils are required. Might be they are
Yeah.
doing it by lowering the pH, or the soilless cultivation might be. But whatever I have seen, some of the plants growing and producing blueberry, that is a, a new venture, and it is going to helpful for all of us, because the good quality blueberry and raspberry might be available in near future. Several of the density manipulation examples, and particularly the nutraceutical in enrichment, but in ginger, curcumin, those are things to be noted down. Although there is a lot of cost involved, but some of the things which have been practically demonstrated, like this precision farming, then AI application, artificial intelligence application, this will be all becoming common, particularly for the controlled environment production. And if it is saying that 150 acres of blueberry is coming, then definitely in near future we will start after learning from that in open cultivation also. Open cultivation of blueberries will go from this type of retractable structures to the open areas, and this will be one of the model. People will learn about it, and several of the innovations will come in this thing. So we are thankful for having a nice presentation, and particularly they are taking care of not only training, establishing the structures, but marketing also. These are some of the important added advantages with this all technologies and the group which is working on this all modern technology. And now we are thankful because for introducing and maintaining this state of the art technology in India, we are not to go to other countries to see this, and all the models are available with the efforts of the organizations where he is, Dr. Thakur is involved. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Rajan. Is Dr. Kalia around? I see he joined.
Yes, sir. Good
Okay.
morning here and good evening.
Welcome. Welcome, welcome. The guy is from California and we are having the technology from nearby Canada. We are discussing the Canadian technology here. So
Yes, sir.
we would like to have your brief reaction.
I could join late, so but whatever I heard, it's a tremendous new technology Dr. Thakur has mentioned. And when I read brief biodata, he hails from Himachal Pradesh. So
Sir.
because of my late joining, I didn't hear everything. So it's nice to see Dr. Thakur that you are doing tremendous job for the country, and
Thank you, sir.
the new technology that you have highlighted, wonderful. That we see that there is sky is the limit for new technologies, and young people who have entrepreneurial mind and visionary mind, they'll be bringing such sort of thing, and all sort of things that economizing of natural resources, enhancing yield potential, lowering the cost of cultivation. What else people need? And moreover, for vegetable and fruits, which are perishable crops, the controlled environment is very important, and where you are doing retractable, you are exposing plants to also increasing their hardiness and strength to withstand the various pathogen and also abiotic problems. That is tremendous, and the scale that you have shown in different zones of the country, entire country, almost you have mentioned where the different environmental conditions, especially you mentioned about the Kapus Heda, where the extreme environment of low and high temperature is there, and
Yes, sir.
these things are all around the country. So I'm glad that man, the future is bright for fruits and vegetables, and as the people are moving forward to more consumption of these, and quality, people are looking for quality material, enhanced nutraceutical, as you have mentioned. What else we need? It's
Yes,
important,
sir.
and I think it's important that we need to, because you are having big structures, to evaluate different germplasm, so that the right kind of germplasm can be picked up for different areas. I mean, varieties or improved varieties which are coming up from the public sector and also from the private sector. It's important. I think
Yes, sir.
from small farmers, small and marginal farmers' point of view, we should lay more emphasis on employing the varieties and hybrids which are coming from public sector, where the people of the country are spending money. The poorest of the poor also spending money. So that would be good for the country, and uh, the uh, the uh, the the money the government of India spends on research projects around the country. So with that, I thank very much for a very nice presentation, which is very futuristic.
Thank you very much, Dakshab.
So thank you, Dr. Kalia, Dr. Rajan, and those who have put up the questions. And there were some more questions, they were repetition only. And
Okay, sir.
moreover, Rajendra Kumar ji has invited you to have the personal interaction in case you want to.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Personally, I am very happy that something natural. See, we in every sphere want to be nearer to the nature.
Agree, sir.
In agriculture itself, the natural farming is picking up,
Yes, sir.
being advocated, being promoted, and whatnot.
Yes, sir.
So we want to be nearer to the nature.
Yes, sir.
So this your retractable greenhouse. Earlier they started with the retractable roof greenhouse. Means they
Yes,
were
sir.
touching only the roof.
Yes,
Now
sir.
they can retract the wall also. They can have the netting, etc., and the plastic can be retracted depending on the
We have both,
requirement.
sir. We have both,
Oh
sir.
yes, now you have both, but you started with the roof.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
people have
Agree.
got the original thing in mind.
Agree.
So
Absolutely
that
agree.
is why I want to clarify the point. I'm trying.
Yes, sir.
What I'm trying to just make the thing very clear. So
Yes, sir.
retractable. Is a retractable means taking advantage of natural environment,
Agree.
and
Agree.
at the same time protecting from the adverse environment.
Agree.
If when the environment is congenial,
Yes,
yes,
sir.
no barrier in between, let the
Agree.
plant enjoy it so that we
Agree.
get all the benefit what we are trying since ages and we are used to, and the things are available and they are considered good. Anyway, that is a different subject. But
Yes,
we
sir.
are, by practicing retractable greenhouse, we are more uh, closer to the
Nature.
natural production
Yes.
of the crop,
Yes. Yes.
is it not?
Yeah.
And the point which Dr. Kalia raised, very important one. The technology is very costly, no doubt about that, and the promoter won't agree for that. They will try to justify, and they will continue to justify till they themselves get convinced that it has become a really uh, at par or good one, or even cheaper. It may go to the cheaper also now. If you calculate the produce quality and other things, total quantity also, and the life of that your greenhouse and all those things, means in real sense when you calculate and when you reach it, that it works out to be cheaper. Till that they will continue on that, and the research will continue on that. But the production of seed under such structures has got a value, and
Yeah.
it is
Agree.
required, and that's
Yeah.
what they started with Namdari. The beginning
Yes, sir.
was made in India with the seed company only, the Namdari. And what Dr. Kalia said, when the seed is produced under protected condition, it reaches to the poorest of the poor farmer, those who are taking advantage of that. So
Agree.
it's not that they can't afford that, the seed price, that is affordable one, but they get the advantage of that, not directly that one. But at the same time, friends, I want to make the point clear here. When we are talking about something, the cost part, we take the entire country as a unit, and the poorest of poor point of view we talk about. we forget the gradation in the society. The society, certain portion of the society want natural product, cleaner one, free of that everything, whatever they have got in their head or whatever they have been taught or read, and they are ready to pay the price. When you
Yeah,
are able to get the price of that, what is the harm promoting that technology?
I agree.
It becomes a profitable. If you want to compare the traditional cultivation with the high tech one, I'm sorry, that is not the way of comparing one. You compare with the high tech with high tech, and the customer or the consumers are there. Are there? People don't want to purchase the vegetable grown in that see unknown water. They want to know the growing condition. When they come to know that it is a RO water and everything controlled, atmosphere also everything, and that too nearer to the nature, people would love to have it. From health point of view, it's the health which is important. These days, everybody is talking about if health is not there, what will you do of the wealth? Wealth
That's how.
won't
That's how.
yield the wealth if you don't have a good health.
Yes, yes. That's how. With your permission,
So
I want
that
to add.
way, I think we had an interesting talk,
That's how.
very
That's how I want to
informative.
add. I want to
Okay,
add some
okay,
points. Sorry,
welcome,
sorry
welcome.
to interrupt you.
Hmm.
Actually, this technology is costly for smaller structure. Suppose that if you want to build less than 1 hectare, then it is costly. But if you are building the same model for 5 hectare or 10 hectare, then it is comparable with the fan pad or polyhouse.
You
So
are right. This is the present thing you are talking about,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
Rajendra,
yeah,
I want to
yeah.
emphasize and
Okay, sir.
request you and your whosoever is there on the help of affair,
Okay.
kindly bring down the technology uh, of
We are
which
trying,
is
sir.
affordable,
Yeah.
affordable, affordable, and is possible to be practiced by the poorest of the poor. Over the period, you can do it. You need not to give the perfect thing, but nearer to that, and make it
Let
in a home scale so that everybody can take
yeah.
advantage of that. That is your
Let me give
research
you that.
area. That is your research area.
Let me give you one example, sir. When this
Okay.
protected cultivation came to India, this Indo-Israel project was set up in
Yes. Yes.
1995, six something, I think.
Oh
So
yes.
then the
You are
cost
right.
of that imported structure was between something 1500 rupee per square meter.
Hmm.
So even
Those
after
days.
you,
Those days.
third, yes, even after you see the now the almost 30 years, still the price is still it is lower than 1500. Polyhouse we are normally people are selling 800, 900, 10. So cost has came down because volume has increased. So
Yes.
when
It matters.
volume also
Volume
increase
matters.
here, yeah,
Volume
yeah.
matters.
So
Volume
when the
matters.
volume increase, then automatically there will be decrease in the price.
Yes.
But still, that challenge that the import duty is very huge. It is almost 30%, and we also need a institutional support like because ICR is one of the big institution. If they can put up a pilot project to trial different crops in different climate zones, so probably, as Dr. Shalendra Rajan has told that we have a huge scope for trialing our traditional that our sorry our the varieties that developed in the institution under this system, so that it can be commercialized for a larger area. So like
That's
that,
it.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think Rajendra,
yeah,
potential area for this is your
yes, sir.
state and the Union Territory Ladakh. In your uh, state,
Absolutely agree,
that
sir. Absolutely agree.
Laul Spiti. No,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
serious about it. So
Yeah.
there, if you can have a project in Ladakh, I can also help you because I am there in that Ladakh Development Council.
Okay.
And if you can have a suitable retractable greenhouse for that area,
Sure, sir.
Though the area is frozen during winter month, but
Yes, sir. I know.
when
Yeah.
it is sunny, daytime, it's very difficult to tolerate the temperature, etc.
Agree, agree,
And
agree.
I used to manage with the solar fan because see whatever is available, you have to think of that.
Yes, sir.
But even then, I was not able. You won't believe it, to save the leafy vegetable during the peak winter, and not because of the cold, because of that scorching sun.
Agree,
So
sir.
those are the potential area for you, and
Yes, sir.
in Ladakh you can get the support.
Okay.
No
Thank
doubt
you very much, sir.
they
Thank you
have
very much.
I think a
Uh,
big project on that.
I think Dr. Shalendra Rajan, if I am not wrong, he was in Lucknow with.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, I met him once.
He supernated this year only.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
So that's a there is a huge scope for these medicinal plants and herbs because we have already tried so many nutraceutical crops or medicinal plant at our facility in Hyderabad. So the quality and the, is very wonderful actually. So we have tried almost I think a dozen of crops there: ashwagandha, Vekopa, and then um, I think I forget the name now. So because there is a huge scope for these nutraceutical or medicinal herbs.
the basil itself, you require the huge quantity. Basil itself, even the
Yes, sir.
alien basil in hotels, if you can meet the requirement, nothing like that, a huge requirement.
No, we are already
That
selling, sir. We are already
uh,
selling,
uh,
but for other nutraceutical, so the other high value nutraceutical, I'm talking about basil or these herbs, we are already selling in good quantity.
Arey sir, if you can try saffron, you need not to touch any other crop.
Saffron,
Saffron.
I think one of our client is interested. So let's see
So,
that
well,
when.
crop which are very
Yes, sir.
costly, expensive, and rare one, na,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
they can be done. Anyway,
Yes, sir.
we had very interesting talk, very lot many questions. I'm thankful to Rajendra ji for having agreed and spared time out of his busy schedule. I know when I talked to him, he was in India, and in between he had been to Canada and whatnot. We were discussing a very busy person. And I think yesterday only or today only he has gone to Chandigarh from Delhi. And
Yes, sir. I arrived
given the
yesterday evening. So
given the
today I am at home.
presentation also. Nice
Thank
of
you, sir.
you to accommodate us and
Thank you,
coming
sir.
to this platform. Otherwise,
Thank you,
I
sir.
was wondering whether he will be able to make it or not. I'm thankful to my colleagues, Dr. Kalia, though he is with his family there in California, but
California.
finds time. I speaks for the interest. And Salendra Rajan being very busy, after subordination, he has taken up the other assignments all the time. He is on the run. And he told me before the webinar, sir, I don't know whether I will be able to make it or not. I said, you don't worry. Whenever you reach home, join.
Okay, sir.
So that is why the delay. So I'm thankful to all of them and particularly the listeners. I hope the listeners
Thank you, sir.
had a good amount of take-home points on retractable greenhouse technology which has got a future. With these
Thank you very
words,
much, sir.
I thank one and all. And we meet next Tuesday uh, with this topic, medicinal and aromatic plants for health and happiness. That's what Rajendra was talking about. And we are going to have a full session on this medicinal and aromatic plants next Tuesday. You are also welcome to attend.
Thank you, sir. Sure, sir.
So with these words, thanks one and all. Good night.
Good night, sir.